What's up, guys? It's your boy TikTok Guitarist One. So this is going to be a quick kind of guide for new beginner guitarists who want to take guitar serious in 2024. So before I even touch the guitar, firstly I want to say congratulations on starting to learn a new skill. Guitar is amazing, but let me not waffle on about that. Firstly, before we even get onto guitar, I just want to make sure that because it is a new skill, it's going to come with frustrations. So I don't want to sugarcoat nothing. I just want to make you aware of that. So one way of overcoming these frustrations and the pains of not getting things right and it not sounding right is allocating a set time. It can be 10, 15 minutes. Like just setting that time to just pick up and mess around with the guitar. Even if it means when you're watching TV, you just... It doesn't have to sound good. Just the fact that you have the guitar in your hands and you're allowing your fingers to become accustomed to the shape and feel of the guitar. All these are little hacks that can help you with the guitar. So I'm just going to give you a couple basics regarding the guitar, and then I'll just go back on some more tips that I recommend. So if you're a complete beginner to guitar, you're probably not aware of what the name of the strings are. So I'll just give you a quick acronym. So Eddie, 8, Dynamite, Good, by Eddie. So the strings are low E, A, D, G, B, and high E. These are called open strings because there's no fingers attached to them. So we call them open strings. This is going to be beneficial for when we come to form open chords. So we've got G open chord, D open chord, C open chord, A open chord, major. All of these are major, by the way. E major open chord. So with this, what you want to first become accustomed with is just the feel and shape of your guitar. So there's different strings. It could be nylon strings or it could be metal strings. You could be on an electric guitar, you could be on an acoustic guitar. So these are all different factors which are going to influence your kind of experience when learning. So
you're probably wondering, okay, what should I learn first, or how can I make sure that I practice effectively?
So firstly, we want to make sure that we're focusing on developing good habits from the beginning. So bad habit that I to this day have not corrected is playing with a plectrum. Learning and starting with a plectrum is the first tip I would recommend to you. As you can see, I prefer to play by hand. I prefer to play with my fingers, and it's a bad habit that has affected my performance when it comes to leading. So leading guitar. So if that's something you want to get into, starting with a plectrum is the first thing I recommend. Secondly, we want to make sure that we're focusing on not just learning chord shapes, but the sound, the tone. We want it to be a clean dexterity. So we want to make sure that when we're playing a chord, for example, we take G major chord. We don't want it to sound like, because all that is open chords. That's just these chords here. That's not me actually playing. That's how it should sound. So what we want to focus on is ensuring that when we're pressing down, firstly, I'll give you 3 tips. Firstly, when you're pressing down on a fret, you want to aim for the middle. So you want to be in between the 2 frets. And ironically, for the 3rd fret on G, there is a dot at the top. So you can use that as reference for forming your chord. Second tip I'll give you, if you come across a chord and it's not sounding clear when you're strumming, dissect the chord. So strum each string individually and work out which string doesn't sound right. So I'm not getting a clean sound out of that. Why am I not getting a clean sound? I'm not pressing hard enough. So that is an easy way to diagnose why a chord may not be sounding clean. So that may be something you may experience more on a chord like the D major chord, where you feel like you're pressing down, but you're not getting that clean sound. So another thing to remember when forming your chords to get a clean sound, because you're probably thinking, okay, all I need to do is focus on pressing down. So then you're putting all your effort in, straining your wrist, doing all this sort of motion just to form the chord. You don't want to be doing that. So what you need to remember is there's 2 parts essentially to your hand. So you've got the finger, but you also have the placement of your wrist and your hand. That is also going to help make learning like pressing down and getting that clean sound out easier. So I recommend to press from both sides. So I'm pressing in with my thumb on this side and I'm pressing in with my fingers onto the strings. So once you're comfortable with playing a couple open chords, I recommend going on YouTube and finding a guitar tutorial. There's so many that you can find that will have easy guitar chords that will incorporate open chords. Your D, A major, E major, E minor, A minor, all these different type of chords, and you can just begin to take them step by step. So in closing, what I want to say is there's 3 things to remember when it comes to learning guitar. You want to ensure that you're making time over a long period of time. You don't want to start in January and then by February you're not doing anything. Secondly, you want to focus on developing a clean sound. And thirdly, you want to ensure that you're developing good habits. You don't want to fall into the line of taking shortcuts, which in the long term will affect you. So give those a try and let me know how it goes.